Hi everyone, and welcome to the basic skills video on preparing an apple. So what I'm going to do today, the main skills we're going to concentrate on is coring and slicing the apple. Before we start, I've already washed the apple and I've given it a little bit of a dry with the paper towel. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to secure my chopping board. So I'm going to pop a damp paper towel underneath the chopping board. And what that's going to do is just help to keep the chopping board nice and steady so that it doesn't slide around while I'm chopping. And then we'll make a start. So I'm going to take my apple and pop it on the board. I'm going to cut the apple in half through the middle, right through the core of the apple. So just hold on, and it takes a wee bit of sawing back and forward to get through the apple. I'm then going to take each half and I'm going to cut them in half again into quarters. So we're cutting right through the core. It's always best to put the flat side down on the chopping board, right through the core, so we end up with quarters. And I'm just moving the seeds over to a paper towel just to keep my chopping board nice and clean and organised. Same with this half, right through the core, like so. Then we're going to take 1/4 at a time and we are going to remove the core. So the best way to do this is to have the flat surface of the apple on the chopping board. Quite a lot of people seem to be tempted to core an apple like this, but that's actually really dangerous because the knife can slip quite easily and you can end up cutting your fingers. The safest way to core an apple: pop it on the chopping board, hold it with your fingers at the top so they're well away from the knife, and then we're going to cut diagonally across to remove the core from the apple, like so. And again, I'm going to pop that core onto my paper towel out of the way. And I'm going to do that for all 4 pieces. And then the next step is to slice the apple. You might notice that I haven't peeled the apple, I've left the skin on. If at all possible in any recipes, keep the skin of the apple on. The skin contains a lot of nutrients, it contains a lot of the vitamin C, and it contains fibre. And fibre is really good for us. Fibre helps to fill us up so that we feel fuller for longer and we're less likely to snack and overeat. And fibre also is really good for our digestive system. It helps to keep everything moving through our digestive system. Then you're going to slice your apples. So the great thing about coring an apple this way is it gives you a nice flat surface to work with for chopping. If you use an apple corer that you might have at home, you don't get this nice flat surface to work with. So what I'm going to do, flat surface down, and that makes it really easy for me to slice. I'm going to cut about 3 thin slices and then I'm going to turn it the other way so that I'm still working on that nice flat surface in the middle. If you need to, as you get smaller and smaller with your piece of apple, you might need to use the bridge technique. So make your finger and thumb like a little bridge over the apple to cut your last couple of slices. I'll just show you that again. Flat surface down on the board, cut about 3 thin slices, like so, turn it round the other way, and cut again. And if you need to at the end, you can use the bridge technique to cut your last 2 or 3 slices.